how do you create ads that go viral? This means how do you create ads जो लाखों करोड़ लोगों तक पहुंचे? इस वीडियो के अंदर मैं आपको exactly वो सिखाने वाला हूँ. So till date मैंने अपनी कंपनी यूएबिलिटी के लिए करोड़ों रुपए फेसबुक और यूट्यूब एडवर्टाइजमेंट पे स्पेंड किए हैं, और आफ्टर बेसिकली क्रिएटिंग ओवर thousands of ads throughout my career as a media buyer and now the CEO and founder of this company Uability, I have actually figured out certain techniques that allow certain ads to stand out from rest of the crowd, and as a result of this जो आपकी cost per lead होएगी, cost per impression होगा, cost per click होगा, वो बाकी competitors से कम होगा. So how do you go about creating such campaigns जो आगे जाके लोग अपने friends family members के साथ share करें और आपकी brand को जिंदगी भर याद करें? Now this video will help you if you're a business owner who wants to actually reach more people, want to create viral advertisement for their business and actually learn the process behind it. This can also help digital marketers who are basically running their own agency or maybe doing digital marketing as a career, and you want to learn how to create viral ads for your clients. So watch this video till the end, because this video will show you exactly how I actually created my viral ads, right? Now, this footage is from one of our events that we did at our X Mastermind, something that we charge hell a lot of money for. So make sure that you watch till the very end, pay a lot of attention. And again, if you like videos like such, do not forget to share it with your friends and family member and hit the like button below so that I know that you enjoy such content, and I'll make sure to post similar content in the future. All right, now let's get straight into the content. So I want to talk about video ad creation, something that a lot of you might be interested in, specifically the kind of videos that we create, because they go viral. So this is the format behind it, right? And I have broken it down into basically some points, right? Shout out to Mitch for helping me with the same. Now, the first 5 seconds, what I like to do is I like to start off with some sort of big promise or some sort of hook. Yes. And that should be in relevance to your niche. To give you some examples on this, right? If you check out this ad, yeah, so it's playing now. So if you guys can see, the first thing that what we are doing is, like, I want you guys to help me out and tell me what am I doing here and what's the first couple of seconds over here. I'll play this and then I want you to tell me what did I do.
Are you tired of running your business in slow motion, much like this video?
Well, that's how most consultants and coaches operate without realizing that they are working in slow motion while the world is moving in warp speed. What used to work...
Yeah, so what happened here? Right, there was no need for a dog here, but you know, the video was interesting, and then we just...
It's a likable.
Exactly, so we just took what was there already and turned that into a hook, right? So what I want everybody to do, if you guys want to do ads properly, no matter what you guys do, for example, even if you guys are sitting at this event right now, you can come up with 100 different ad ideas, right? You guys are at a restaurant, right? Just think of what can come up over here, right? I personally, back in the days, ab nahi karta main, but I used to have this app Evernote, and I would just, you know, as soon as I'm sitting, kuch bhi idea aaya, I just like write it down. And like, okay, how can I turn this into a hook, and how will this help my audience? You know, how will this grab their attention?
This is another hack, by the way. Just if you don't want Evernote, create a group in a WhatsApp with yourself. Yeah, and instead of just writing, because you are like always lazy and you are in a bed and you just speak and then voice.
I have also group, but I can't message.
Yeah, it's called self notes and that's
Yeah, basically you can send to your own number. Exactly. Yeah. I do that. I mean, yeah, whatever information.
Yeah. So then, after you have stated the big promise / hook, like how I showed you, state what your ad is about, appeal to only those who are interested. For example, when I played my video, I immediately Pratham mentioned coaches, consultants and service providers. 2 reasons. Ek to obviously, at least in YouTube, right? What happens is YouTube only charges you जब कोई first 5 seconds को cross कर गया, right? So you don't want anybody to just watch that video because then you are just wasting your money. You only want to pay when the right audience is watching, okay? So another thing, curiosity statement / call out your audience, hook in who you want, state the promise as a new opportunity, use language, kind of like, how we did. Another one you can do, hey, do you run ads? Then this shouldn't terrify you. So yeah, don't start it just to be attention seeking. For example, what a lot of people do is they would bring on a fancy car or...
Yeah, there's a guy.
Yeah, or...
Shit, bro, we always attack more right now.
Or
This Porsche.
females, right? Yeah.
Saw that guy?
सबसे classic Ty Lopez, here in my garage, look at my Lambo. See, all of it works, right? But उसकी audience इतनी broad और generic है, and the general human audience gets they appeal to all the stuff like Lambo, car, females, all that stuff. At least for men,
Yeah.
right? So I wouldn't do it personally because मेरे niche में ये सब नहीं चलता. So that's what I would recommend. And then the first 5 to 30 seconds, what you need to do is you need to tell a story of fulfillment, the promise you stated, and you need to elaborate more on that using a story format. So I'll show you and I'll play this, and then everyone can tell me exactly how this works.
What used to work in the past just doesn't work anymore. Let me give you a few examples for you to understand. Location change. So, example number 1, marketing is just not the same anymore, right? So, you don't need to be an influencer, click 1,000 selfies, make multiple reels, do $4.99 shops, webinars, upsell. Rely on third-party platforms or freelancing to bid and get clients. Nah. There's a much simpler, fundamentally faster way to do and acquire clients. One that doesn't even require you to run ads, like how I'm running right now, right? Example number 2, sales.
What's he doing right now? What's happening?
Breaking the beliefs, polarization.
And how is he doing that?
Pointing out some issues that
But like कैसे?
pain points. Main pain points of the idea.
Examples के through. Kind of like what we explained to you yesterday वो pitch format में. It's the same thing, literally. Right? So that's what he is doing, and that's what works. So you need to show how the promise is being completed. Either massive gain is coming out of it, and it's being explained in a story format, right? Ki, sales didn't used to work this way, and here's the reason, and here's proof behind why it works.
Can you see the results on that ad?
इसमें I think we didn't talk about.
इसमें result नहीं है. Okay.
I think end में we talk about like, oh yeah, we have helped thousands.
Display.
Again, not the same anymore. You do not need to be pushy and create fake scarcity and timers to convert your dream clients. Press the button right now. It's a 15-minute offer. Otherwise, the price will vanish. Competition is rising daily, right? I'm pretty sure you saw at least like 5 guru ads before this one that came to tell you how to become an Ambani.
We are very polarizing, as you can see.
Dragon Process is another really great thing I did. I have a post I made, I can just send it over. This marketing strategy we learned from, yaar uska naam kya hai, that author of Rework?
Oh.
Right? I forgot his name, he's a brilliant guy. He has a
Yeah.
representation agency and strategy. So whatever. Point is that this guy had a very, very, very awesome marketing strategy which is polarizing. At the same time, very few people are they're very scared to take it up. A lot of people. It's basically known as picking a fight. Right?
Yeah.
So, and I also sometimes thought, Arey yaar, ye kitna no, it's not unprofessional if you do it correctly. But dude, be absolutely vocal about picking a fight.
Yeah.
Right? For example, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
of course.
We never named anybody, we never did anything. Deepak, sorry. So, but then we are very, very hard level, we attack like crazy. That bro, you webinar guys, you WhatsApp guys, kya ho gaya? Kahan ho life mein? Kya chal raha hai? Oh, you need to sell high ticket now. Why are you upselling? Why not just keep running $4.99? Right? We are very vocal about that. We attack right there and we're in your face, right? And people love confrontation people as an audience. They
But you
love-
look at any successful leader, they are brutally polarizing and honest.
Dude, Audi, BMW, फाड़ते हैं दूसरे के पकड़ के. That's literally the truth, right? So BMW keeps mocking Audi on their lack of technology. Audi
But
keeps
then the
mocking-
note is, don't be polarizing towards the competitor, towards the concept.
Yeah, we attack the market model. Don't attack the individual. That's
Yeah.
very wrong, right? But pick a fight. Like, be so freaking brutal in your marketing. You're calling out bad shit, but then you have to make sure you can cover up with good shit. That what you should do instead. Why is this better? What could it do?
One more thing, if you guys notice, the location is being changed, right? And some sort of like effect and something is happening, you know, ताकि ऐसा नहीं लग रहा, oh, it's like the same freaking video going on. Yeah.
So, if you're able to relate to any of the above and you are sick of working at your business and growing it in slow motion and you want to transition it from a Honda to
So we took the hook that we started with and we concluded it with that.
a Ferrari speed in 5 weeks, I have constructed a crisp 30-minute video that will explain to you with no BS how to achieve the same and consistently sign premium clients. Click on the link somewhere below. I'll see you on the inside. Promise you it's worth it.
Yeah. So over here, we didn't talk much about results. Another creative style that has worked really well for us. Up like a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, we need to get fancy equipment
Yeah, I was about to
and
say,
all that
it's
stuff.
Just a video, just a mobile.
Like selfie. It doesn't matter. Like we have professional videos as well, but these outperform them.
Any day this will out.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
standard.
This one is, look at the hook here and how, you know, it's like, do you sell advice or services online? This is an ad. We'll help you get high ticket clients without complexity. Spending a fortune on ads.
Shit, Sheila की जवानी लग रहा है.
Who directed you here?
Phone. Phone को सामने रखा record.
You're a good actor.
Yeah, but this is why, okay, check this out. So, this is something, this is called proof with math, right? This is why 1 in 10 people we work with make 1 lakh per month. And then out of those, 1 in 5 make 1 crore a year, minimum. So we will help you get high ticket clients. So this is like proof with some math.
So here I can talk about. It's like I've tested, like literally tested, burned money, leap tested. It's like when you overproduce things,
Yeah.
I think doesn't mean that it will convert.
Yeah.
So I was working with this guy Neil Patel. I told you yesterday. So Neil Patel is the first guy who told me that create a as much as jarring CTA. So I created like a yellow color CTA, big color, and then a circle around it. एक जितना गंदा, जितना घटिया, जितने कलर्स डाल सकते हो, जितना गंदा बना सकते हो बनाते हो, and it converts the best.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
so simple works, complex
simple
breaks, right? And see, I'll be very honest why I prefer this strategy because it allows me to do bulk testing, right? मेरे पास अगर मैं बार-बार वीडियो टीम को बुलाऊं, वो करें, you know, it's gonna take like ages. On one more technique which I'll talk about, or let's just talk about it right now. What I do is, I like to do one set of filming. For example, I'll be like this webinar. नहीं, क्या चल रहा है? Mastermind.
Event.
So this is enough for my marketing for entire 2022.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else, right? Another one, I'll give you an example. So we filmed this VSL,
अरे वाह, you best.
right? And I'll play it abhi. But basically what happened is this is like the entire 130-minute video and we just got clips out of it. And we just used it as ads. Right? So मेरा goal जो है कि to get the maximum out of least amount of efforts.
80-20 again.
Yeah.
Always.
Because if I were to sit down and film ads all day, I'll have nothing to do.
तुझे मिलेगी फ्रीडम, तुझे भी मिलेगी फ्रीडम, सबको मिलेगी फ्रीडम. गेट दिस डिस्काउंटेड कोर्स ऑन दिस प्राइस राइट नाउ. 10 मिनट्स है गाइस, टाइमर है, प्लीज समझो फट जाएगा. आओ लो फ्रीडम.
सर सब बेच दिया है मैंने. माँ के गहने, एफडी सब तोड़वा दिया है. अब मिलेगी क्या फ्रीडम?
100% मिलेगी तुझे बॉस. बस मेरा पीछे से ना 1 लाख का एफिलिएट सॉफ्टवेयर ले ले. 3 अपसेल और हैं. एक लेवल 4 बचा है. बैकएंड पे एक फाइनल अपसेल मिलेगा तुझे. अगर तू वो ले लेगा और उसके बाद तुझे तेरी पैशन मिल जाएगी, तू पक्का फ्रीडम के साथ 100%.
Professional video. It was like a proper
30-35 मिनट की वीडियो है.
बेचते हैं इधर उधर.
And then a simple, you know, stop using pushy marketing, turn quality prospects. But then
here's the thing, अगर आप ये similar type use करोगे ना, तो it'll be like, okay, people know कि ये हम कर चुके हैं. For example, I know some people who are competitors who tried using this format, but then it failed. But
Miserably.
because, you know, अपना style ढूंढो, right? So our style, for example, is honesty. Like, if I want to differentiate myself from the marketplace, now why did I pick honesty? It's a great, you know, thing to ponder over, because most of my market has gone through experiences from inauthentic people. I'm not saying कि कुछ necessarily, but उनके साथ जो भी for XYZ reasons, they were like, oh, guru stuff and all that stuff, it doesn't work, right? So I picked my angle कि I'll be honest. So that's how it worked. Now for you guys, like, look at what's happening in your market and just do the opposite. Trust me, you'll win. Right?
Process of elimination.
So that's what I would recommend. And then last I like to do call to action that, hey, here's a 30-minute video. It's to the point, crisp, click on it and you'll be able to watch it. I could talk about some benefits that if you click on this ad and watch this video, you will get XYZ benefit. Right? And then you could also do a second call to action. Right? And then you can also talk about some proof. So for example, when I showed you guys ki math wala proof, like, you know, 1 in 10 people or whatever. So you can get creative with that kind of stuff, right? I've also added some hooks for all of you so that you can, you know, get this idea. One is the old way versus new way. This is you see us using all the time, right? Then there's presenter story hook. So I'm going to show you exactly how I achieved XYZ goal in this time period, right? Without all the negative stuff. Example here in my garage by Ty Lopez, Epiphany Bridge by Russell Brunson. So like, for example, let's say, you know, Rajul is like, yo, I will show you exactly how I made 1,000 people get their profiles verified in 10 minutes or less, or 10 months or less or whatever, without going through this pain. Right? So that's another one. Student story. Okay. Now, one more thing I want you all to know. अगर आप लोगों को लग रहा है कि हमारी सबसे best performing ads ये हैं, do you guys think so?
I think testimonial one.
When you meet your customers, the hero of the story.
Yeah, like these are great, but what really crushes it for us are this stuff.
I think both the time I booked calls with him, I saw this ad.
Yeah,
This worked for me also very well.
yeah. So this is the easiest form of ad creation that I could tell, and I use it till date. You can watch it, I'll show you, and then you can figure out. Coaches, consultants, and service providers, I want you to meet Pulkit Raval, who basically looks something like this. And he's the founder of Digital Sutra, which is a company that helps roofers to get clients by digital door knocking. Now, Pulkit decided to work with us on 31st January 2019, back when he was only making 37,000 rupees per month, with the target of making 1.5 to 2 lakhs. So Pulkit was doing a job as an IT employee, and he wanted to create something where he could work remotely without getting stuck in traffic jam in India. He tried different kind of things like drop shipping, SMMA, and even Googling 499 courses on how to become Ambani. But unfortunately, none of that worked out. To achieve his goals, Pulkit decided to give one last shot by booking a call with us. On the call, we revealed to Pulkit that there are a lot of business owners out there which may require his services like websites, social media marketing, branding, content, and different kind of things that can actually benefit them. This means that Pulkit could actually charge premium, work with less number of clients, and offer his valuable advice or services to achieve his monthly goal fast. His journey with us began on 5th June 2019 when he ended up cracking his first client for $1,600, that's approximately 1.10 lakhs a month. However, I'm proud to say that as of 22nd October 2021, Pulkit was able to make 1.5 crores in
अगर तुम notice करो एक चीज, by the way, यहाँ पे लिखा है 1.5 carols, right? So now some of you, or at least when I started off, I had this perfection syndrome कि oh shit, you know, ये हो गया, अब तो ad बंद करनी पड़ेगी, right? But nobody cares.
I was about to say that. I mean, अगर मैं ही ad बनाता हूँ और मैं ऐसे Google की window तो मतलब मेरे लिए it's like कहीं से पूछ
Yeah.
but it's working.
Yeah.
While recording the video, similar thing happened to me.
me. The thing was he joined on 9th May, but then he started getting results from 11th, 12th May or something like that. But I said, it's some 16th May, and some guy commented like, this is not 16th May, this is 9th May, and right. But only one comment was there, and then, but still it gave me the highest results, highest amount of matches.
Yeah. So point is कि ठीक है. I mean perfection होना and all that stuff. But point is कि रोज करो. Do it every day or at least once a week. Commit कि okay, today 3 hours I'll just dedicate towards creating new ads or content. Yeah, because the more you do this, right, the better you will become. And whenever you are anywhere, try to do this like exercise. कि okay, so आज मेरे पास मैं लिख रहा हूँ कुछ or maybe I'm eating at a place, right? So how can you turn that into a hook?
Connected with your service.
Yeah. For example, Max अगर dog उसका गया trip पे, right? He just threw a ball, right? Okay, so what can be the hook? Oh, so businesses are slow just like this video, right? Think about that. But then this stuff works the best, right? It's the easiest thing. If you can just showcase your testimonials, कुछ सोचने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. It's like the easiest thing.
Which is your highest profitable ad? I think Rajul का. Rajul वाला.
नहीं. राजुल का नहीं. हाँ?
Pulkit का.
Pulkit ka, yes, he's one of them. There's another one, Yash. Uska it's pretty good. इसका vegetable वाला ad प्रथम का, it's really really good.
YouTube पे काफी अच्छा चल गया था.
वो कल का अभी तक चला रहा है.
कौन सा?
I think YouTube पे views काफी आए थे ना.
हाँ, interview. Yeah, जो राजुल का सबसे converting हमारा हुआ was the interview.
I think कम से कम 20-25 लोगों ने reach out कर लिया वो interview देख के. बताओ कितने का है.
स्कोर डालो आ रहा.
Actually बोल दिया
मेरा जो तो मैं सोचा हाँ इनका कोर्स 5 लाख का.
But use the code RRR to get.
आप 5 लाख का ट्रिपल यूज करोगे तो मैं 2 का मिल जाएगा.
उसका तो verification में free है.
Oh, भाई is like
Nice bro, fine job.
images. Yeah. So I used to use images a lot. I still do. For example, you can see. But then images, I don't use that much brain. For example, अभी ये जो हमने खिंचाई picture, it was like totally random. Let's say Romit clicked a selfie. I might just use it. Right.
The version point was just you holding the head and a very strong posture. I think that worked.
Which one?
He was just tired as well.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
copy behind.
Yeah.
So, is there any difference between video ads and static ads very evidently that you see?
What I prefer doing now is I used to do both, but I'm noticing now कि जो images हैं, I like to run them with hot audience. This means that people who has already seen my VSL, they have already done that. Because like if a random guy appears on the internet, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know this person, right? But if I'm just like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, cold audience pe, but like videos are better, right? So I like, for example, if you look at this, this is a hot retargeting ad, right? So, hey, Rohan Dhawan here. If I were to show this to a cold audience, they'd be like, who's Rohan Dhawan?
Yeah.
Right? And then UAPT registration, it's a program, blah, blah, blah. So, point is, over here, they know, okay, UAPT lead. Acha, I saw that in a video. Right? So, that's how it makes sense.
Question here. So, is this long copies
Hmm.
as a descriptions
Hmm.
works better or smaller copies?
Long has worked.
Because fitness is to high heavens. Long copy beats. Short copy.
Length matters, bro.
Bro, it's very simple, basic human nature. People are hungry for information.
People are reading means they are engaging.
And naturally, bro, just like I said, human beings are always hungry for more.
Obviously, you have to craft it in obviously.
Like, for example, if you guys... So, I have 2 ad copies, which are my top performers. Okay? I could show them to you right now. Just quickly glimpse through it and you'll understand. Okay? Now, this is my style of writing ad copy, right? The way I like to write it, and you can apply this to, you are doing organic or whatever you're doing, you can apply this, okay? The first thing before I get into the copy is you notice the spacing. Okay? Very important. So, I use this tool. What's it called? App for Host Life. ये जो भी नाम है इसका. appsforlifehost.com. right? And if I click over here and I just type the ad copy, it automatically break it down into spaces for me, right? You can Google similar tools, but point is ki, I want ki the person should be able to see the ad properly on their devices, okay? And this ad copy is extremely polarizing, right? But it's completely like as if अगर मैं आशीष के साथ खड़ा हूँ सामने मैं ऐसी बात करूँगा, right? It's like you're having a conversation with a prospect, okay? So
So you have like copywriter or you do it yourself?
me man, like I don't think for my market koi, like none of you guys, if you don't know this stuff, right? Nobody can be a better copywriter than you. Because if they knew, then they'd start their own business.
So one beautiful thing that Craig is wrote in his book, one big marketing that some book where it says like, I'm a better copywriter than you, but you would probably write a better copy than me because you know your market better than me.
Yeah. So even for copywriters, I'll show you in a bit. What I have is like so eventually we'll obviously have a head of marketing that we are aggressively looking for, but obviously that person uske standards what up hoenge, right? So I'm creating a whole document where I'm every day showing, okay, so this is my thought process, these are the ways, 15 different hooks that I use every day, right? These are the images that work for me. So I'm creating like a template for that person ki koi bhi anybody, right? They can just like look at that and craft something and then send it to me, but they'll always send it to me before it's live, because I can't have them publish anything. Let me know, I'll show you. So that's a good one. Another one that has worked really well is this one. Again, polarizing stuff, just saying, some facts and what we do. So yeah, like these two ad copies, in my opinion, like I never wrote anything else other than these two, and I've been.
He was literally a dog.
See, so, and this was written ages ago. Like we had 500 customers.
I remember that person that came to us. There's this woman who had booked a call. I hope there's nothing wrong to say. Really brilliant in her work, really pretty and everything. आगे कॉल होती मैंने कहा hey hi what attracted you? कहती है your dog. मैंने बोला oh that's great मैं खुश हूँ मैंने चल बढ़िया है. मैंने बोला alright cool so how can I help you? Oh no nothing I just wanted to talk to you because I want to see your dog. मैंने कहा what the मैंने कहा मेरे पैसे चला गया. मैंने कहा तू मेरे पैसे खा रहा है मुझे वापस कर दे. And then that chick literally did not need any help. Like वो अलग बात है मैं बेच दिया उसको फिर. So that's a separate thing. But for the first 20 minutes, all I was trying to do was not be salesy and sleazy, but still try to find something. कि मैडम आपसे कुत्ता देने तो नहीं आएगा ना? क्या चाहिए? कुछ तो होगा. Are you so freaking vela that you're gonna come seeing a dog? She has 3-4 dogs. She's a big time dog lover. But मैंने कहा ऐसा क्या हो गया?
So I want to show. अभी मैंने cold ads दिखाया तुमको. अभी मैं hot ads दिखाना चाहता हूँ थोड़ा. उसकी copy is a little bit different than the cold ads, right? So you can study this, right? UWT Elite is on fire right now. Flagship mentorship program, blah blah blah. We get itni applications, but all that is great. I haven't gotten your application, right? So it's like literally me sitting and having a convo with you, right? So today that changes, we hope, and here are 4 reasons why, right? So these are the reasons why you should actually book a call with us, right? Same stuff, we'll help you get more qualified appointments without doing that. It's fast and easy, kuch complex nahi chahiye, automated hoga, there'll be complete guidance, right? Itne sare log hain, and I want you to put everything on hold and apply for this call. And then sometimes you can reuse a winning ad copy. For example, if you see this on the right side, it's pretty much the same thing. But all I did is see the 4 dudes on India Today, read the headline. And then somebody will immediately go and they'll be like, oh, $1-2 million in sales. Cool. That's not us. That's our clients, Akshay Nirmit, blah, blah, blah. They decided to join UWT Elite Itna, and back when they were doing 35,000. A year later, read the headline again. That's just what our clients are doing. No, I'm not trying to boast here. However, there's no denying कि ये best है. And then I literally copied यहाँ से. So you guys, when your ad exhausts or you can't think, once you have found that one winning thing, right, just निचोड़ते रहो. Yeah. So, does that help?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Another one is visualization hook. Just imagine, your business scaling to $100,000 a month. What would that do for you, right? There could be another one, open loop hook, asking the question that opens the prospect's mind, right? What's the simplest way to scale to a business to 100K a month? I'm going to answer that question in 30 seconds. And suddenly a timer aa gaya, 30 second ka what clock aa gaya, and blam, 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 you are like starting. Power questions, another one, right? Simply saying yes or no. Have you ever wondered how to invest in a revolutionary technology? You're asking something to the person, right? What if I can show you how to make an application in less than 2 weeks without ever writing a code, right? So that's another. Sam Owens ki ad. Do you know what $182 billion look like? Right? Asking these big, broad questions so that your market is like, wow, ye kya ho raha hai? Like, I need to think about it. And then another last one would be new perspective hook, right? So there's no such thing as a good or a bad memory, only trained memories and uncertain memories, right? So what I did is you can just break somebody's belief with the opening hook. Or why aren't you the landlord? Right? So, yeah, you can ask questions, and then this is what I would recommend. Now, if you want more information on this, like how do you actually construct this, again, giving you swipe files of all of our ads, plus, I've given you exactly the video tutorials that explain you exactly. And then you can also view our ads, and I've also given you the format. And create your copy platform, what I was telling Jayant, right? This is what I got from Cole, because I think this is pretty sick. Because so I came to him and I was like, yo man, I need to get a marketing guy, and I need you to tell me exactly how to go about doing so. So on the call, he said that, okay, refer to this document, and he sent it to me. And over here, if you look at this, it's like headline ho gaya, right? So different kind of headline examples diye hoye hain. What kind of appeal the ad should have, right? What should be the hook? He's given examples of different hooks. So this is the exact file that he passed on to his head of marketing so that he could create ads for him on automation, right? So it's like a huge file that you guys can go through, because this is going to give you some examples. And I want every one of you to start working on a document like this, right? So that it's not just for now, it's not for you. मुझे तो पता है तुम लोगों को पता है कि क्या बोलना है, but still I'm sure some of you might need practice, but it's for your future employees, right, who will run these ads. They need to know what exactly it contains.
Questions, thoughts?
That's very nice. So when we are documenting stuff, there are like a lot of things, right? So when it comes to your marketing, your sales, and different stuff, what should be your priority in creating documentation? It should be where you start with. Because the mental block that comes is you have so many things to do, you don't know where to start, which is most important.
Yeah, you were saying something?
So when you are documenting something, basically like what yesterday Ron said, like you start with X, then start creating systems around it. It's like when you start doing it, you start putting things down on the spot. That's like I think the best way. So the outline that I was sharing with you, right? So when I was writing those copies, I thought like, यार ये email लिख लेते तो अच्छा होता. So when I started documenting while I was doing, like बन गया पूरा ऐसे बोल देते.
Also, another tip would be honestly just keep track of the winning stuff the most of all. When you're testing shit, sales पे ये test किया, marketing को test किया, जो नहीं चला उसको भी मेरे साथ करना चाहिए document, because that is more important to know what not to do than what to do.
I'll tell you about a day where I had 3 sales reps, not marketers, create ad copies for us in a day.
Yeah, that was really fantastic. That was really good.
Yeah, so
we tried something new.
Yeah, what did we do?
So what we did is that he did his own brain job. उसने copies लिख दिया कि ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. And there was a salesperson we had, Emilina करके, a brilliant person. But side में उसका person hobby था, music बहुत अच्छा करती है, like rapping वगैरह.
She took that ad copy, converted it into some kind of like rhyming stuff, and she added her own flavor, and we made a rap copy out of it. But do you still have that ad?
Yeah, I've seen that ad.
I don't
It's
think.
pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
So it was really good.
Hmm.
So we इनमें एक sales वाला बंदा है जिसको hire किया है, लेकिन marketing create हो रहा है उससे, right? So that's what we started doing, and we said, okay, shit, this works, right? Document कर लिया. So bro, what I've always noticed is that give your team the SOPs of the winning stuff, but the only way you'll know how to give them the winning stuff is by documenting what not works for you.
How did you create the ads? जो ये था, जो अभी तूने दो दिखाया, that like how did that happen?
How did as in be more specific in the question?
मतलब like so what did I provide to you? How did you go
couple
about?
of lines.
Yeah, so how did that
So
happen?
basically, yeah, the coffee very honest, sort of coffee sound करेगा. I'm just good at it.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneously, I'm very good at it. So मेरे को अगर इसने उल्टा भी very honest, इसने मुझे पूरा कॉपी दिया था और मैंने उसमें से कुछ फॉलो नहीं किया. लेकिन मुझसे नहीं हो रहा था. I can't remember shit, I can't rote learn shit, and if I have not like incepted it, I can't execute it. मुझसे नहीं होता. I'll talk about in sales. मैंने एक बहुत बड़ी mistake करी थी for like it costed me and Rohan like I don't know 8 months worth of crap. I'll talk about it later. But to answer your question, bro, I'm just very good at my strength of improvising. So I knew मोटा माल क्या है, हमें ये बोलना है. Slow motion वीडियो business अगर slow में चलता है, क्यों चलता है, क्या better हो सकता है. I put all my spins up to it. वो action वाला ऐसे and ऐसे करके. These are just shit that I do. So what I did was that the general way I.
Oh, by the way, जो उसने ऐसे किया था, उसके अंदर जो आवाज वगैरह वो सब editing. So I do not like to just have one person do it. So after he was done, I sent that video to another team member. I was like, okay, you give your elements to it. And then the other member, right? So ये gun वगैरह के footage, वो cut वगैरह करना, that other person did, right?
There's a lot of value to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it becomes like the best strengths of everybody we make. So how I do it was very honestly, I just one trick I found. Trick भी नहीं, just a hack or something that just talk. Like that's a 2-word advice. Just talk. Like whatever you want to tell your market, marketing में, offer में, sales में, just talk. Like you don't have to recite things, you don't have to narrate things, you don't have to newsread things, you don't have to script things. Just talk. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm doing sales for last 12, 13, 14 years. You know, 1,000 crore company to Bunty to Birla. It's as simple as that. So, मेरा sales process is completely different. In sales calls, I don't talk business. I just don't talk business.
And Ashish will attest to that. The reason what I with this guy, I did not ask any business question. मैंने बातें बकबक करी इनके साथ, गाड़ियों की बात करी, क्या नहीं चल रहा, क्यों दुख में बैठे हो, क्यों आ गए, क्या कर सकते हैं, oh shit, फरीदाबाद में हो, and bro, he got sold.
So I just don't talk business.
And
सबको पता ही है करने.
that's a sales tip for everybody, guys. You have to what makes a great salesperson, a great closer, or whatever you want to call it, is not the script or the words
No.
it's the ability to understand who the heck you're talking to and how to quickly emulate the person they love, they would want to talk.
It's as simple as like you have to put your feet in the client's shoes.
हाँ बस मुझे लगा आशीष कैसा है 2 सेकंड नहीं अरे बंदा वो कॉल होती अरे यार सॉरी प्रथम यार मैं 2 मिनट लेट हो गया मैंने कहा अच्छा है वो वाला है मैं कहा चलो यार बात करते हैं बस सीधे ऊपर किया and then start talking to this guy and hi man.
So you have to like, I feel in sales, first of all, no script. Second, spontaneous. Like you have to adapt right away.
A problem is that people don't know how to adapt. 99% people don't know how to adapt. They suck at it. So
Whenever you're talking, you just cannot talk in the same like tempo.
With
I would say
everybody.
that, you know, you have like आपको पता होना चाहिए कब आपको हंसना है, कब बोलना है, कब कैसे करना है. And मैं उस पे कोई playbook नहीं बना सकता.
वो मैंने बनाया
Thank God.
So that's why I do what I'm doing. But yeah, but he's right. So most people don't understand that. So bro, just talk. Just be natural. People try to, bro, templatizing a goal is to make sure that the coming way of going about your work is done easier.
Yeah.
Templatizing a goal is not to freaking become a robot. Anything that destroys behavioral flexibility in your business, you should be deleting it immediately. Anything that destroys behavioral flexibility.
And I would say just add one more thing. I think all my sales is only on one thing also. It's a pillar, and that's the only thing that I can say is honesty. Honestly, I say no more than yes in our business. You say, okay, well, you know, you have to be natural. You have to be like, you know, cannot be artificial at that point.
Absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Rohan, so these
ad creation is one of the blocks which I am facing. As you know, when I have created first version by myself with the limited resources, it was not great. Then I called that video guys and editing. So it's a work, as you mentioned, when we get into that stuff, we need to leave everything aside and get into that proper thing. So how we should overcome that. And second, your ads might not look like you are done with mobile. It's very professional. And you are very comfortable on camera and all those things, which not everyone like. We might not like sound good on that ad. So how is it something that we can have someone else who is coming professionally talking, any person, or how to do that?
Yeah, see, you should break it down into two things. Okay, the first one should be your quarterly refresh or yearly refresh. Okay, yearly refresh basically means you bringing out one new thing to the market, right, which everyone looks at and they're like, wow. Okay, so I'll give you an example.
To me, your ads is working because I feel एक वो humor angle है. मेरा आपका भी ad देखता है, it's boring. It's like really boring. You know, मैं एक रोहन का भी वीडियो जैसे भेजता है, मैंने एक feedback भी दिया था. Sometimes you like do videos like 30 minutes. Telling me, I feel like attention span इतनी नहीं है. आप एक बार टेस्ट करो अपने.
पर आपने खरीदा ना?
नहीं YouTube videos.
अच्छा.
YouTube videos.
अच्छा.
So attention span इतनी है नहीं. So आपके जितनी भी ads है, but cut to the other thing is your ad was huge.
Even we were not happy internally, but when we give it to Rohan, it was taking too much time to live our campaign, and that was again giving us result. So we जो चीज result दे रही है, don't change anything. And after some time that.
See, as I said, कि you need to divide this into two categories. एक होता है your yearly refresh. I'll just call it YR, right? And the other one is your weekly refresh. Yearly refresh is your professional looking thing that you are talking about, which you need to dedicate. So we dedicate like a week for this process, right? Filming is 1 day, maximum 2, and then editing takes like probably a few more days, right? For example, the video that you see over here, this one, this changed our entire business. Okay, just creating this one video changed our entire game for our business because
DSL, right?
yeah,
What's the duration?
it's 40 minutes.
Okay.
And over here, it's basically, you know, when somebody enters, then they get to watch the whole video and everything. But we took snippets from the VSL and then used them as ads. Okay. So this was the professional and high quality work. And you guys need to do it at least once a year because, come on, this is your bread and butter. Right. And I launched it once. It makes me money. Like, I launched it in October 2020. It makes me money till date. Like, we just got a sale abhi 15 minutes pehle, right? So this is what we did in 2020. Then in 2022 we did this, right? वो जो freedom वाला ad दिखाया अभी तुमको. This is a variation or a refresh of the same thing, right? So it's a whole professional looking video. Well, it's not that professional as well. For example, if you know, we got, if let's say I were to bring Darshil or somebody else, right, they could do or Krishna, they could do a much better job than this. But abhi it didn't matter, right? I just got a DSLR and just like made some shots and everything, and it worked fine. So you need to do your yearly refresh. You need to set aside 1 week for this process, and then the weekly refresh are the normal ads that you see of mine, जिसके अंदर कुछ ज़्यादा editing वगैरह कुछ नहीं है. That takes a day to film. Like, I can film 4 video ads or more than that in like 4 or 5 hours and get them edited, you know, add the captions and all that stuff, and it's ready to roll, right? But then this stuff is also really important because 1 साल तक यही थोड़ी ना चला लोगे. I mean, चला लोगे, but then the market needs to see something else as well. And you need, this is where I also, so what I would do is, I would take 10% of my ad budget and I would just do random stuff. Sometimes that random will become too much, but so it produce shit quality leads. But then I would take 10% of that budget and just like experiment. And I honestly believe if I didn't do this, so new insights जो आई हैं हमको. For example, one day I just decided, oh yeah, let's just remove Facebook का pixel and just create our own pixel. Right, and bam, like, you know, वो जो ad आई थी October में, that Ritu and all.
September.
Yeah. So it just changed the game for us. I was like, where were these people?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they existed.
And that was a cue to raise our price.
Yeah.
That broke a belief.
One question, so when you're changing or testing out with a new landing page, so backend में क्या change करते हो?
Not landing.
Basically, in simple language, bro, we do not touch anything that is giving us consistent golden eggs.
Yeah.
उसके अलावा भी like हम तोड़ फाड़ दे हम करते रहते हो लेकिन nothing that disturbs my winning.
No, I'm asking the technical part of it. So the content will be same on the back end, that I understand, because he changes only one variable at a time, correct? So now एक चला रहा है 90% ads पे एक landing page चल रहा है. Okay, so the UTM parameters and everything is same. It's running and you're getting the data. Now when I have to add another landing page, so UTM tracking और एक बार add करना पड़ता है ना इधर भी.
I personally don't like to do double landing page.
अभी तुम कैसे इसका tracking कैसे कर रहे हो?
किसका?
10% का.
That is for ad.
That's for ads.
Landing page is the same.
हाँ, landing page is the same अभी. Landing page I would only test unless, or VSL I would only mess with unless like कुछ जा रहा है टूट रहा
And
है.
I'll be very honest, it's rarely the case. शायद 1.5 साल में एक बार you might need to consider this.
Also, like, see, you have to understand the CDS. When it is an ad, they're not promoting a lead or something. They're asking them to click the button. Once they come to the landing page, they are asking them to opt in. Once they come to the VSL, they're asking.
We're basically just talking about the problem.
Yeah.
We're not telling that viewability lead is so great. Because
Landing page test. So in January we launched this funnel, and we just shut down this other funnel, right? Because the cost was like rising, and this will happen in winters. The cost becomes like really high, right? So I just paused this and I just launched this, and then you know, it messed up everything because this funnel didn't work as well as this funnel. So then I had to revert back to this original funnel because it was more profitable.
I missed today morning. So for a person like me who's planning to do MVP, because that's the biggest belief. You guys chatted me here yesterday that fuck, don't think about so many things, just do MVP. So for MVP, this VSL is required.
Yeah. Because उस MVP का preview तो देना है ना किसी को कि क्या होगा वो.
I think there is another way of
So for YouTube ads and Facebook retargeting, we need to keep certain budget. So that's also we did. If you remember, we have allocated the budget, but we were not getting any appointments and the bookings from there. Then we shut down because we were having certain cost per call that is going high. So you mentioned let's shut. We started following that base rule. If the cost per call is going 3.5k, let's close that rather than discussing.
Yeah.
So should we need to follow that, or we just have certain branding budget considering you mentioned a complete funnel because user having multiple interactions somewhere after a few months they can book a call.
नहीं, not branding budget. See, आपने तो पूरा ही बंद कर दिया. मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था. आपने तो सब बंद कर दिया, right? I would have, if I were you, I would have probably tested no more ads to this, and I would have tried to fix that. अगर वो नहीं चलता तो मैं अपनी funnel बदल देता. So I would have kept tweaking it because giving up तो option ही नहीं है ना.
Basically, is what we discussed yesterday. You have to diagnose your constraint. Bottleneck कौन है? ये
So the primary ad I stopped it with the reason that time need of diagnosis. So I told the people to hold on till the time I come back. But that if you do retargeting and YouTube ad for few weeks which we have उसमें चाल ही रहा था. In the past before December.
या वो इसलिए नहीं आ रहा था क्योंकि कोल्ड एड से ट्रैफिक आना बंद हो गया ना, तो रीटारगेटिंग में कुछ था ही नहीं. तो जितने लोगों ने देखना था वो देख लिया. इट नीड्स कांस्टेंट सप्लाई ऑफ ट्रैफिक. ओके.
I don't know, is that particular to a particular industry like e-commerce and all, like Facebook bans the pixel or something like that? Why does that happen?
Why does Facebook ban your account?
Good question.
That's why. Yeah, I think someone complains saying, hey, this guy is copying me or the product.
Not complaints. See, Facebook has some policies, right? So they want the user experience to be the highest, right? So if you're gonna, let's say you're in fitness niche, right, and you post a picture of abs, right, some people will be like, what is this, right? So Facebook has those set policies that you can't do that stuff. So you need to make sure. That's why whenever you launch an ad, make sure you get reviewed by me so that I can tell you that, okay, this is approved or this can't be approved, right? Yeah.
All good, guys? Thoughts, questions? Go ahead.
So did it happen that anytime your Facebook account or ad thing got
Yeah. A lot of time. It's like a regular thing.
So then you have to again from the same account you do it, or again you open an account and do it again?
No, if I have 6-7 backups.
Yeah, otherwise it's difficult, right?
Yeah, this is just the account I showed you was just one of my accounts.
Yeah.
जो भी नया हार्ड ड्राइव करेगा उसका भी एक नया
अरे मेरे सेपरेट मेरे ईमेल पे पूरा ऐड चलता रहता है यूएसडी का, क्या
Yeah.
क्या हो रहा है? That's fine.